Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel where we spill tea left, right, and everywhere in between. In today's video, keeping with the lawsuit thing that's been going on everywhere, we are keeping up with the Kardashian trial with Blac Chyna. I catch up for you on everything that has happened so far during this trial. But before we get into the video today, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads. Time to spill some legal tea. We've covered a little bit of this story in a recent video, but if you missed that, basically Blac Chyna is suing the Kardashians for defamation and damages, as she has a theory that the Kardashian crew purposely got her show, Rob & Chyna, cancelled. Her theory goes that the Kardashians were a little salty after the breakup between Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna, and they wanted to make way for Kylie's new reality show, so they set out to get Chyna's destroyed. She's also claiming that they tarnished her reputation, and all in all, she is looking for about $108 million.
The $100 million was just for economic damages, as there was another amount upwards of another $200 million in general and punitive damages. She was demanding $36 million from Kim for emotional distress, another $36 million for injury to reputation and humiliation, and $36 million for anxiety and betrayal. For punitive damages, Chyna was seeking an additional $100 million from Kim alone, $94 million from Kim and Kylie together, $19 million from Kris, and $5 million from Khloe.
Embezzle?
Yeah,
Embezzle?
because you wanted me to
Embezzle?
Yeah.
Embezzle? Embezzle?
I was hoping
Embezzle? She's talking about embezzle money. Embezzle, bitch. Embezzle? Embezzle? Well, what money did you embezzle? Embezzle? I done heard it all.
She is also tossing a lawsuit Rob's direction and claiming that he was abusive during the relationship, suing him for assault, battery, and harassment. So the lawsuit actually started back in 2017, but this past week is when it has all kicked off in court, so let's get into what's going on with that. Now, unlike the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case that we've been lightly covering this past week or so, there's actually not a bunch of footage as it's not being televised, and we won't be listening to audio clip after audio clip of what was said back and forth. So a little different, but just as interesting. April 22nd, Kris Jenner spoke on the relationship between her son, Rob, and Blac Chyna, saying that it happened really fast and that it was really rocky between them, but she, quote, loved second chances and wanted them to win.
Are you still texting bitches?
Kris is facing some backlash from fans and followers, though, as allegedly some texts were submitted into evidence during trial, and within those, Kris made some racist remarks. After a fight in December 2016, Kris apparently texted the E! Network producers and called Chyna stupid and really ghetto, as well as saying that Rob should, quote, ditch the bitch. In another text message, Kris apparently said, quote, let's just take her off the show and just make it the Rob show, raising his daughter. This could be harmful to the defense in this case, as it is pretty much evidence that Kris might not have wanted Chyna's show to continue to move forward. This, quote, fight that happened that December in 2016 allegedly started after they, meaning Rob and Chyna, were initially celebrating the success of their show at Kylie's house, where they were living at the time. Rob decided to go through Chyna's phone and read through text messages, as I guess there were some trust issues there, and this, of course, progressed into a big fight that apparently ended up getting physical. This was apparently the night that Chyna held a gun to Rob's head, as well as the iPhone cord around the neck situation that we talked about briefly in the last video. Chyna spoke on this a little and said, quote, I'm being funny, like, if he ever leaves me, I'll get him. Chyna maintains that she was just joking and would never shoot Rob, and she did admit to smashing a TV and causing damage to a door in the house because she was furious about Rob taking her phone. She said, quote, I could not take the abuse any more of him accusing me of doing all kinds of things. I was so angry because he wouldn't give me my phone back. But when Kris was on the stand talking about this, she said that it really was not funny at all, and she got quite emotional when talking about the incident, as she says that only 60 days prior was when Kim was held at a gunpoint in Paris. When Kris was questioned about the text messages and things that she said about Chyna, Kris said, quote, I said it in anger and it's not my proudest moment. What I would really like to know, you guys, is whether or not Chyna's show was even going to get another season. And apparently, according to Page 6, Jeff Jenkins, the executive producer of the show, testified in court, and the show was never actually greenlit for a second season. The producer was on the stand via Zoom on Friday and said that the other networks, including MTV, VH1, and BET, actually had zero interest in picking up the series due to, quote, the pair's volatility. Jeff continued that the show was originally picked up because it was interesting and the couple was happy. But that happiness was short-lived, and Rob was often furious at Chyna, and Chyna was often furious at Rob. And a lot of the times, they could barely even be in the same room together. It's a bit difficult to shoot a new show called Rob and Chyna in Love when they're at each other's throats. Jeff said himself that he would not pick up this show. That whole testimony kind of flies in the face of Chyna's claims that the Kardashians intentionally got her show cancelled, as it seems that the turmoil within her relationship might have done that for her. On April 25th, Kylie Jenner took the stand and talked about Rob and Chyna's relationship, saying that she didn't think that Chyna really ever loved Rob because of the physical threats that she threw his way. Kylie actually thought that the entire engagement between Rob and Chyna was fake because of this. Kylie also spoke about threatening text messages that she received from Blac Chyna personally, including a bunch of devil emojis and the words "counting down the days." That same day, Kylie spoke about Tyga showing her a scar on his arm that was allegedly from a knife wound inflicted by Chyna. Kylie said that she warned Rob about all of this, but her warning didn't end up with them splitting. She just thought that it was her place to say something to him. And of course, that's your brother, I would 100% do the same. Khloe spoke a little bit on this as well on the 26th, and she is actually a lot closer with Rob than the rest of his sisters. Khloe said that Chyna's behavior could be damaging to the Kardashian brand. Kim was also called to the stand and questioned about Rob and Chyna's show, as well as an alleged text that she sent saying, quote, Chyna can never be on her show. She corrected this and said that her voice memo misheard her and she actually meant our show, and the text was referring more to her own self not wanting to be filmed. Kim continued saying, I can't control the content of what they film, but this is our show. Why would we film with her? Now, in addition to the other claims and suits that Blac Chyna is issuing against Rob, there's also a revenge porn suit against Rob from Chyna, as she alleged that he leaked a bunch of her nudes back in 2017. Because of him doing so back then, this is apparently what led to that initial restraining order. Anyways, current day, this week anyways, the Kardashians' lawyer included the leaked nudes in a line of questioning towards Chyna and actually handed her a binder full of her naked photos. Apparently, these were not shared with the jury or anyone else, but Chyna was apparently very upset and shook by this. The lawyer apparently presented these to her so he could question her about that revenge porn case that is actually filed with a different lawyer. I believe the point that the Kardashians' lawyer was trying to possibly get to was if Chyna spoke about that case publicly on Good Morning America just to gain publicity. According to Insider, after this session in the court, Chyna was seen crying and being consoled by a friend in the courthouse as they went into a private room. Per Fox 5, the revenge porn case was actually separated from the rest of this lawsuit by Judge Randolph M. Hammock back in 2020 and apparently will be settled with a different jury after the rest of these proceedings are complete. But the court is still continuing this week, you guys, so we will keep an eye out on the entire case for you.
According to fans, Tyga has been siding with the family. The first time Tyga implied that Blac Chyna was greedy was in March 2022. Blac Chyna wrote on Twitter, "Yesterday I had to give up 3 of my cars. My reasons? Morals, beliefs, being a single mother, no support. I'm a mama." Tyga then responded by saying, "I pay $40K a year for my son's school, and he lives with me Monday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? LOL. Rob also chimed in, "I pay $37K a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay for all her extracurricular activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? LOL."
That's going to be it for today's video on this topic though. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as we do post new videos every single day. And for now, let's share some eye bleach.